Ruby is a fintech, or I'll call it a platform, more likely, that is aimed in helping people, especially in Africa, to build their credit score. A lot of people still do not know what credit scores are and what are the benefits of having a good credit score. Ruby comes in to take care of that by actively encouraging people to participate in building their credit score just by their everyday life, by buying things that they buy every day, your favorite items. And what Ruby also does is that it encourages you to build reward points that can be converted to cash in the future, which is also a kind of savings. So Ruby does not just help you build your credit score, it helps you buy your favorite items in discount prices, helps you build reward points. So that's what Ruby does. It's really very, very disappointing to see that credit access in Africa is really, really very poor. And that is one of the things holding back the country. There is no country that develops or that becomes a world power today without investing in its people. The people are the biggest asset of any economy. That is why in countries like Europe, like in US here, the country gives a platform where people are able to build their own credit score, by what they buy daily. For example, most people don't pay for their house 100%. Most people do not buy their cars 100%. What they do is they're able to achieve those things through mortgage, through loans. Well, credit access is very, very poor in Africa, so that is hindering people. And one of the reasons why the credit access is poor in Africa is because there is poor data on people. When lenders do not know about people, they are reluctant to give them loans or give them access to credit. Credit access in Africa is less than 15%. That's really very disappointing when you compare to America, which is over 85%. So 15% in Nigeria, one of the biggest country in Africa, and compared to 85% in America is a very, very big gap. So what Ruby intends to do in this place is by encouraging people to actively participate in building their own credit score. How do you do that? You buy a laptop. We report it to the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus have this on your profile. And when you have this on your profile, next time when you want to go buy a house, the people you want to buy a house from are going to pull up your credit score and they say, oh, Mr. A.Y.Z. bought a laptop 2 years ago and was able to follow through by the terms and conditions that has to do with the repayment or the payment of that credit of that laptop. By so doing, you are having access to more financial products. That is something that is really, really still lacking in Nigeria. So Ruby is coming in to take care of that by encouraging people actively participating in building your credit score. You don't really actually have to take a loan. You don't have to owe anybody. Just live your everyday life. By so doing, Ruby comes in to help you build your profile. That is what we intend to do, to help create that enabling platform for everyone to have access to credit and financial products in Africa. What Ruby intends to do is, number one, to have a very good structure. The first structure is focused on the people. We want to help you to have a better life for yourself, through helping you build a better financial profile. It's just like the way you build your resume. You work here, it shows you have this experience. You work in another place, it shows you have another experience. Over time, you build up your experience. The same way is with our financial products. If there is a place where you can report that, oh, I have DSTV cable and I pay monthly and I pay at due time. Next time when you go to MTN, I want to buy something now, but I don't have money. MTN can say, oh, Mr. Wale has been able to meet up his financial obligation with DSTV. So we're sure he's going to do that with MTN. That's on you, on helping people to build their financial profile. Then the second way we are trying to achieve this is through partnership. In Nigeria, there are three major credit bureaus. We have First Central, we have Credit Registry, and we have CRC. What we're trying to do is to partner with these credit bureaus because they are the people that are actually licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria to help build your profile. But unfortunately, you cannot go to them directly and say, hey, I want to build my profile or take my data. No, they're not going to take it from you. But what Ruubby has done is form a partnership with some of these credit bureaus where your data that we're able to obtain from you, we are able to support and provide them to these credit bureaus. Then these credit bureaus put up your resume in form of your financial profile. They put it together, and in the future, if you go to Access Bank and say, Access Bank, I want a loan, Access Bank can pull up that your profile that Ruubby has reported on your behalf. By so doing, this is in the database of Central Bank of Nigeria. So that is the way Ruubby is trying to achieve that. Then on the other question of other businesses, similar businesses that has come into the country and they did not survive, or they had some misfortune. What does Ruubby intends to do differently? Structurally, because we are not really driven just by revenue. No, we are more driven by helping the society. Yes, revenue comes in later on, but what we're trying to do more is help people, and we're more people-centered. And we're putting it in such a way that people are also able to save money. You build reward points. I think that's a great deal to offer to people. You build your rewards, you save money, you build your credit score without changing your lifestyle. You don't have to change your lifestyle. You don't have to buy something that is above your means. No, something just within your means. That's what Ruubby intends to do. So that is why we are uniquely different from every other fintech or every other product that are similar that have been out there. That is why Ruubby is here to stay, and we're going to be here for a long while. Yes, thank you for that question. It's actually very important that people understand that what we're doing it within the limits or brackets of the policies and that guides obtaining data. One thing Ruubby has done is partner with credit bureaus. Credit bureaus are licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria to collect data, store data, and provide data to banks, financial institutions, and all businesses that need to give loans and access to credit to users or customers. So what Ruubby has done is to partner with credit registry. We already have an agreement in place with them, where each data that we obtain from our users, we are able to submit this data to credit registry. And credit registry is just more like a storehouse, that store your data, where credit financial institutions are able to obtain your credit score. And they also provide the credit score itself. But unfortunately, like the way the system works, there is still very poor data. I'll give you a very good example. 2 months ago, I decided to obtain my credit report. I pulled it up. It was so disappointing, very vague, nothing in it. The only two things that are in that credit report is my name and my previous address. But my date of birth was off point. The bank accounts I have were off point. If a lender decided to pull my credit reports in Nigeria, they're not going to give me any loan. Even they will not even give me five naira. Because why? There is nothing in it. That is why we started Ruubby. Ruubby is going to bridge that. Because why? We get your data with your approval. We submit it and help you build this profile. So that next time when you go to any bank that you want to buy a house or you want to buy a car, when they pull up these profiles, they will be able to see more information in your credit report. So that's what Ruubby intends to do in that regards. In regards to process, what Ruubby has done is to give have what we call several categories that can give people the ability to build their credit score. So what that means is that if you're the type that still want to pay for your school fees, you can build your credit score by paying for your school fees. If you're the type that want to build your credit score but that are still paying for house rent, you can build your credit score through that way. If you also want to purchase a phone, simple phone, you build your credit score through that way. If you want to purchase a laptop, you build your credit score. You want to purchase a TV, you build your credit score through that way. Now, the stages are simple. The stages are You sign up on our platform. You provide just your basic informations, your phone number, your email, your name. We're able to identify you that, yes, if you say your name is Mr. Chibuzo or Wale, when we go online and we find Mr. Chibuzo Wale, and that is who you are, once we are able to identify you, now we get all the necessary data that we need to get on you. Now you have the option to either buy a product on our platform, or you have the option to pay your regular landlords, or you pay your regular cable network, or your regular electricity bill through our platform. Now, when we're able to get all this information after you make all these payments to all these regular institutions that you have already partnered with, we take this information, then we submit it to the credit bureau. We do this once every month. So at the end of every month, we submit this information to them. Now, the credit bureau are going to look through this profile. They're also going to do their own in-house work on it. Then they put it into the national database that is being stored with CBN through these credit bureaus. So that next time when you want to go get access to, you need a loan or you need a credit from another financial institutions, your profile is there and there's more information about it. So we do this every month that you're able to judiciously meet up with your financial obligation. At the end of every month, we push this report to these credit bureaus, So unlike that, also differentiates us a lot from a lot of businesses out there. You can go buy something from a business, I'm not going to call their name, or some online business. Once you finish buying that thing, they deliver that thing, that ends there. There is no where to store your data apart from with them. But Ruubby goes 10 miles, 100 miles, and millions miles more by making sure that this product you're buying or this thing you're doing is also going to help build your credit score and build a better financial profile for you. That is going to be useful for you. You don't want to go to any institution and they ask you for collateral. No. You want to create a system where you are able to have access to financial products without actually providing a collateral. That is our aim. Yes, those are challenges everywhere in the world, and especially in an economy or in a system where not everything is centralized in terms of data. Normally, according to the CBN policies in Nigeria, when you go take a loan from a bank or any financial institution, it is the duty of that financial institution or the bank to report your data to the credit bureaus. So when they report it to the credit bureaus compile, compute, and put these things inside the system, a centralized system, That's the way it's supposed to be. But in a situation where people go take a loan from a outside party that is not submitting this data to the credit bureau, it becomes a problem, But most of the times, this kind of loans that are not reported are usually taken maybe through friends, like everywhere you're going to have that, through friends or through business associates, that those ones are not usually reported in the credit bureaus, But I'll tell you what Ruubby does. What Ruubby does is that we look at your monthly earnings. We look at your monthly basic expenditures. We look at how long you've been building your credit. We look at your spending pattern. With that, our AI is able to build up an algorithm that helps to predict how much you're qualified to get now. For example, if you're making 100,000 naira a month, and somebody else is making 500,000 naira a month, when we look at your expenditure at 100,000 and you're spending it roughly 80,000 naira out of your 100,000, you have a 20,000 naira free money. Somebody who have 500,000 will spend 300,000, has 200,000 free money. So if you're going to qualify based on those two, definitely somebody who has 200,000 free money is going to get more credit brackets than you, who is going to get will have 20,000 credit free money. So basically, we look at a lot of factors are being put in place. And do not forget that we're able to achieve this through partnership with also our banking partners. So Ruubby is not just working in isolation. We're putting in a very big structure in place. by making sure that we're able to bring you this product through partnership with big financial institutions, credit bureaus, banks, businesses, and other sectors of the economy are going to be touched by what we're working on. Yes, you see, Ruubby is a financial marketplace. So, and what that also does is that we're also able to support businesses. We're in an era of internet. Almost most of the businesses are going online. But a lot of these businesses are not still yet captured online. You know, they still work from their shops, from their stores and all that, and they cater to only business local customers. Well, what Ruubby does is that it's going to give business owners business management tools where they could have a store online. And also not just a store, we're also giving them the management tools to be able to interact with their customers, just like they're interacting with their local customers. When users sign up on our platform, business owners are able to have access to some of their, some of just few of their information, such as Mr. AY and Z will want to buy a laptop. Can you market your laptop to him? You know, something of that nature, you know. So business owners are able to have business management tool that helps them manage their existing customers, give them access to new customers, and also help them increase revenues. We help them increase revenue because not everybody will come to buy from them have all the money ready at that time. But through partnership with our banking partners, we are able to make sure that business owners are able to sell to some of these customers, and we pay them the money in full, whereby we help get this money back from the customer. So by so doing, you're going to increase your revenue without actually. It's just like you taking a loan without taking a loan, you know, which means you're selling more. The banks is funding it for the customers, but you're getting your money in full, whereby Ruubby helps in to increase your sales through that means. Yeah, there are actually a lot of benefits, but I'll just hit up on the key points. The first one is we help you build your credit score. The second one is you're able to buy your favorite items or pay for your favorite products on our platform at discount prices. We try to tell our business owners to try to give as much discount as possible to our users, to our customers online. And secondly, when you buy each product, for example, if you buy a laptop on Ruubby, once that transaction is completed, Ruubby takes it that congratulates you by giving you a reward point. So that reward point is stored on your wallet on Ruubby platform. Then in the future, that reward point, you can convert it back to cash and use it to buy something almost basically free from that same customers or from any other customers. If you build, for example, 10,000 reward points, maybe in the future that 10,000 reward points is 1,000 naira. That's just an example. You can use that 1,000 naira in the future to buy something. For example, if you want to buy a shoe and that shoe is cost 1,000 naira, you can buy that shoe for 1,000 naira without paying any money because you build a reward point. I have not seen any platform in Nigeria that gives such benefits. So that's one good benefit that Ruubby is trying to give to users. People should be congratulated, you know, for managing their finances very well. So that's what Ruubby intends to do. That's one of the reward benefit of Ruubby. Another benefit of Ruubby is most times people don't have all the money of what they want to buy, but they desperately need these items. For example, if you're a freelancer who works and you need a laptop to complete a project that you got at Upwork, and that project you get paid at the end of it, you know, most of the times you want to go to a store to buy that laptop. If you don't have the money, nobody's going to give it to you. But what Ruubby intends to do, or Ruubby is working on, is that you'll be able to buy this laptop by paying some fraction of it, and will allow you to pay the remaining one over a period of 2 to 6 months at a little interest rate. So by so doing, you're getting the laptop you need, you're able to complete the task, and you're able to complete the money. By so doing, that also helps to increase revenue in the economy because people are also able to have what they need to be independent and function properly. So those are some of the key benefits that our users are going to enjoy by using Ruubby. Yes, definitely. That's our aim. In our roadmap is to spread to other part of the country. So, but we want to start from somewhere. You cannot be everywhere at the same time. You have to start from somewhere, perfect it there, then you move to other countries. So, we're launching our project in Nigeria, and hopefully from we don't want to put a timeline now, but we hope to scale really quickly to other parts of the continent, especially firstly some other English-speaking African countries. Then we can spread to other non-English-speaking African countries. Okay, these are two different continents, right? We have Nigeria, we have Africa, we have the America, and the credit system in both countries are different, and the way the credits are built in both countries are different. But as a Nigerian, what is achievable at this time? What is achievable at this time is that as a Nigerian, having a banking account in Nigeria, even though you're in diaspora, you can still have a credit score. Like I said, I live in America and I pull up my credit score in Nigeria, which means I have a credit score there. But what Ruubby is offering to everybody, including Africans that live in diaspora, is that they're also able to build their credit score in Africa. They really does not need to purchase anything. That's why we have several categories and several means of achieving what we want to achieve. One of them is that you don't really need to buy anything to build your credit score. So on our platform, we have a place where you can submit your data without purchasing 0 items, by providing just your basic data, and with that we help you build your credit score. So for now, the assimilation of foreign credit reports to the Nigerian credit bureau, maybe in the future we're going to catch up with that, but currently we don't really use it for now. But I'll tell you what is available in the market out there, especially here in America, is that if you have your credit score in Nigeria, you are actually able to transfer it to America. But the reverse of transferring your credit score from America to Nigeria has not yet be a place where I don't think that's really existent in the country for now. But for now, it might be something we could consider in the future. But for now, we're focusing on helping you building individual credit scores in Nigeria or in any other African country. Hey, you're welcome to Ruubby. Okay, we're growing. We're looking for people to join our team. Firstly, you can visit our website and visit us on our LinkedIn and see what we have available. We're looking for the best to join our team. We want to grow. We want you to be part of us. That's on the first one. Then on the second one is for a job seeker. A lot of people are looking for a job. Sometimes they don't have the money to travel from point A to point B, where they need to go look for a job. That hinders them from looking for a job. But in an era of online marketplace where people are also doing things remotely, some people want to start something on their own. So if you're a job seeker and you're looking for tools to look for job, online, maybe you need a laptop. Even though we know you're not actively earning money, there could be a way we could help you get to where you want to be, by looking at your financial profile generally. And we'll see how we can assimilate you into our system and see how we could help you build your credit score. That's on that. And in the future, we're also looking at products that could help job seekers to be able to have access to some kind of soft loan that helps them around until they be on their feet. But for now, we're not yet there, but we have that on our pipeline. We're looking at rounding up our first stage of our product should be out by December 2022. Then we're fully going to launch by January 2023. But for now, we're still trying to develop most of our products so that they can be easily used by our clients. So 2023 January definitely will be out there in the market. It's just from the word Ruubby, but we want people to identify us differently. When people hear the word Ruubby, they might rush to the name. But we try to tell them that we are double and better. So that's why we double some of our words, So that's what it is, And Ruubby, Ruubby is a very unique stone. very beautiful stone. So we try to be very beautiful and very unique in our own way. Our message is fun. Come sign up with us, come work with us, and come try out our products. We feel is for everyone. You know, whether you're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, Ruubby has something for you. You know, we all want to save, we all want to earn money, and we also want to buy our favorite items more cheaper than they are. You know, nobody wants to waste money where they think they can save money. That's what Ruubby is. Is a place for everyone to come shop, build your credit score, and get rewards.